Boom. Good morning, I'm Nikki Stanzione.
And I'm Kristen Van Dyke.
And this is New Mexico style. I feel so glitzy because
That's what I was going to say. You're back from Vegas.
I'm back from Vegas.
How was it?
Well, I had an hour and 45-minute nap, otherwise known as what I did for sleep last night. That's how much I slept. It was amazing. I went to see Jersey Boys, as you know. Jersey Boys is coming to Popejoy next season, and I had a chance to go see it in Las Vegas this weekend, and let me tell you something. Get your tickets now. It is, and not just because I'm from Jersey, honestly, it is the best show, and you forget how many great Frankie Valli songs there are.
There's a lot to get with.
Right? Oh, what a night.
Yeah.
I mean, it just keeps going, and then every time you think that there's no other good ones, another one. Big girls down. It just kept going. It was amazing.
I bet you had a blast.
I had a little too much fun. Yes, it was.
That's what always happens in Vegas.
But what happens in Vegas
stays in Vegas.
We'll keep it there.
Yeah.
But Friday, I had a chance to do that movie, Ghost Aliens, and we'll have some coverage of that as well coming up soon. You'll get a chance to see that behind-the-scenes look at what goes on in the movie business, even here in New Mexico, and it's fascinating.
I heard. I was talking to the photographer who went off with you, Jeremiah, and he was saying you guys had so much fun. And it was really cool to see what happens behind the scenes. I can't wait to check it out.
Yeah, Kristen, you'll love it. It's a blast, and thank you to so many fans that were on set. I mean, so many people watched the show, and I just want to say thank you so much to all of them. So much support. Now, Kristen did something else. She was actually a little more productive than I was in Las Vegas. But you did the color run, didn't you?
I did, yeah. Elias Gallegos was out there as well as his wife, too, and we had a lot of fun. So the color run is really cool. This is the first time it's ever been to Albuquerque.
Yes.
We have some video of it, actually.
Yeah, well, of course, they were here last week. You got to see an idea of what it looked like when Elias ran through the color. But well, I want to know how it was for you.
Oh, for me? Well, basically, it was colorful.
I knew you were going to say that.
It was a lot of fun. I haven't been running lately. Here's a look at some of the runners here, and you can see this is before the paint, obviously. And what happens is you go around. It's a 5K. The charity, it all benefits the Ronald McDonald charity, so it all goes to a good cause. You may start off nice and clean, but when you finish, you go through these different rounds at each kilometer. There are these different color stations, and you get spray painted. And it's cool because it's so laid back.
Yeah.
I mean, there were parents pushing their strollers with their kids, little girls running around, little boys, of course, and they're all getting covered in paint and then just loving it.
Yeah, it's all ages. That's
kids
the nice
in tutus,
thing.
adults in tutus. It was a lot of fun. So, yeah, really enjoyed it. I have a few pictures, too. You can kind of see us beforehand. This is us meeting in front of the TV station right beforehand. And, there's Elias, and, you know, we're all geared up and ready to go.
I like your headband, though. That's very cool.
They give all the runners the headbands, and then you have to wear white because you want it to show up. So this is like kind of crossing the
that's a cool
line
shot.
there.
That's a cool shot.
Yeah, and see all the pink there? That pink,
Stacey.
I still have that pink on.
Oh my God! How long did it take you to shower and get it all off?
I've showered 4 times since the race, and I still have paint on me.
Oh my God!
Unfortunately, I don't even know how that goes. Yeah, so in the hair too.
In the hair?
I think it came out of the hair. So
that's what I was worried about.
It was a lot of fun.
But the paint was actually made of cornstarch, and they said it's edible. It doesn't taste good, but that it's okay and not toxic and not bad for you if it gets in your mouth. So.
No, or your eyes. It was all good.
Well,
so much fun.
I'm so glad you did it. We obviously both had a great weekend. Let's check in now with KRQE News 13 anchor Elizabeth Alvarez and see how her weekend was. How you doing, Elizabeth?
Hey, good, ladies. Not as exciting as both of yours weekend, but no, I had a good time. We had some friends over pretty much on Friday and Saturday, and then Sunday, you know, just kind of hung out. So.
And now
really
here we are at Monday.
And then, yes, here we are. Happy Monday. All right, let's get to your morning headlines on this Monday morning. We begin with a man who pulled a knife at a Sam's Club in Santa Fe. He is going to go before a judge today. And we have the surveillance video to show you what happened. The shoppers were not having it. Take a look for yourself. The video here. Police say Adam Lovato was trying to steal DVDs this weekend when he pulled out a knife. Customers took him down and held him until police got there. Police say this guy might be the same one connected to a robbery last week where a burrito truck man was injured. That's him here. A woman who was there also with the suspect is still at large. Also caught on tape, 2 people trying to rob some fast food restaurants in Albuquerque over the weekend. Well, guess what? They too are now in jail. Police say Frank Madrid and Audrey Hapke went to a Dunkin' Donuts on Central recently and gave a worker a note demanding cash. The worker, which you'll see in a moment, left to go get help, and that's when Madrid takes off without any money. Now, the same thing happened at a Little Caesars minutes later. Police say the 2 then went to a Taco Bell and ran off with nearly $130. They were later arrested. The family of 2 people who were recently killed in an Albuquerque home are trying to move forward this morning. This weekend, their friends and families got together for a car wash at the Arby's on Indian School in Wantabo. It was in memory of Kirsten Landau and Dylan Searfoss, seen here. The aunt and her nephew were found shot to death last Tuesday. The suspect is Landau's ex-boyfriend. Now, money raised at the car wash will go for funeral costs, and some of the money will also help Dylan's mother move out of that home where the 2 were murdered.
We're trying to help out so that she's not going to have to live there anymore. Nobody should have to live where they had to bury their son.
Close to $1,500 was raised at the event. Turning our attention to politics right now, a husband and wife right here in Albuquerque are hoping to be your next U.S. Senator and Congresswoman. The 2 are running as write-in independent candidates. Here's News 13's Katie Kim.
This is not your typical husband and wife.
8 years. 8 years. Yeah.
Seems like 8 months.
Yeah, it did go by quick.
Married 8 years, they first met at a war protest at UNM more than a decade ago.
It's just who we are.
We were both sent out holding signs.
Fast forward to today, and the couple is preparing for a whole new fight, taking on big-name politicians in the race for U.S. House and Senate.
It's a humble campaign. You know, it's not big and glossy, that's for sure.
Jean Pauls, an Albuquerque teacher, is running as a write-in candidate in the 1st Congressional District against Democrat Michelle Lujan Grisham and Republican Janice Arnold Jones. Her husband, Bob Anderson, also an educator, is hoping for write-in votes for U.S. Senate. He's running against Democratic Congressman Martin Heinrich and Republican former Congresswoman Heather Wilson.
I keep waiting for the 2 political parties to represent views that I think are good for the country, and it hasn't happened. And I'm 53 now, so I've been waiting a long time.
The couple registered with the Secretary of State's office to become certified write-ins after the June 5th primary. Paul says she was inspired to run after the nationwide Occupy movement.
Hundreds of thousands of people could be nonviolently begging for a different approach.
And they say their views are different. For one, they both agree it's necessary to defund the state's national labs.
This whole high-tech mecca of high salaries for some people that will trickle down to the rest of the state is a failed strategy.
He instead says that money should be funneled to the classroom. The couple knows they're in for an uphill battle, but they say they're committed.
We've got a kind of a pencil theme.
Write-ins who say they're right for New Mexico. Katie Kim, KRQE News 13.
Now, one of the most talked about issues this election season is what candidates think of President Obama's health care law. Heather Wilson and Janice Arnold Jones want to repeal the law, saying it's too expensive. Martin Heinrich and Michelle Lujan Grisham want to keep it. The write-in candidates want the government to give everyone health insurance and have no private insurance companies. The Republican convention was supposed to start today in Tampa, Florida. There will be a call to order, but leaders will adjourn right away. You see, everything has been pushed back a day because of Tropical Storm Isaac. Governor Susana Martinez will now speak at 10 p.m. on Wednesday after Condoleezza Rice and directly before Vice Presidential nominee Paul Ryan. So stay tuned for that. And that wraps it up for your Monday morning headlines. Be sure to catch Matt, Kristen, and myself every weekday morning beginning at 4:30 a.m. on KRQE News 13. All right, Nikki and Kristen, I'm going to send it back to you this morning.
Thank you, Elizabeth. We just did the roundup of our weekend. It was a lot of details that I spared the viewers from.
Gotcha. I'll have to get them from you later.
Okay, sounds good. And you know, if you want to live, love, rock, and play, you can do it actually right here in Albuquerque at the Hard Rock Hotel and Casino.
And now you can eat well at Embers Steakhouse, Hard Rock's all-new dining option.
We are opening our new restaurant, Embers, which is a steakhouse. And the whole atmosphere and the theme is just one of warmth and comfort, great food, great service, something that I don't think any other casino has right now. You can come in a pair of jeans and however you'd like to dress. It's not high-end. You don't require a jacket. The setting is one of warmth. If you walk around the restaurant, there's fireplaces, there's fire pits out on the deck. You can oversee the city at night, and it's just a great view, a warm feeling. If you look at the bar top, it's lit, the waterfalls. It's just such a warm atmosphere. And the guest service and the food, you can't beat it. And that is going to set us apart. When you walk into the front of the casino, the front doors, you peer off to the north of the entrance, and we're on the 3rd floor. You'll see the elevators. You can't see it right now. We've actually got 2 fire towers on each side. Today there's balloons and it's a celebration, but when you see the fire towers, you take the elevators up, you know you're here. Not
Beautiful restaurant. And Hard Rock is located south of Albuquerque, 11,000 Broadway southeast. It's basically just past the airport. So easy.
Gorgeous there. You know what it makes me kind of get ready for? Kind of winter time.
Oh, yeah.
You see the fire going. Oh, don't you know it's going to be gorgeous there during the Christmas time?
And football. It makes you think of football time.
Yeah.
Just this time of
football
year.
Is almost here.
Oh, yeah. Opener game. Dallas Cowboys versus New York Giants, September 5th. Don't be tardy for the first game where we're going to kick the Cowboys' butts. What? I'm just joking. Okay, now here's your chance to be part of this. I had to do it. Here's your chance to be part of the Cinderella story about the famous Roswell racehorse we've been talking about, the movie called Mind That Bird. The film is called Wild Ride, and it's about the horse that beat the odds to win the Kentucky Derby. And there's going to be a casting call today for all the extras. Casting will be held from 1 to 5 at Sunland Park Racetrack.
The production is looking for people to play grooms and jockeys, as well as men and women and children to appear in non-speaking roles. So
yes,
try for it.
Definitely
It'll be a lot
worth
of fun.
it. Yeah, like I said, I mean, Friday we did this movie, and you know, extras get such a great opportunity. And you get paid, and you get to eat, and I mean, come on, it's a great day at work. And the new film Two Guns has also had some impact on our city. It shut down Lead again this morning. Lead remains closed, from Broadway to 2nd Street until tomorrow night.
I forgot about that one. I had to do the detour, and I saw an abandoned car there. I guess they're
No
using
way.
that, with the hood up. I wonder if it's going to be part of the movie.
Did you see Mark Wahlberg?
I didn't see any people though. But Two Guns stars Denzel Washington and Mark Wahlberg, and they're of course the stars of the movie. It's about a DEA agent and undercover naval intelligence officer who gets set up by the mob.
I know. It's going to be a goodie.
It's exciting that they're shooting that here.
I love this. I mean, it's not just independent movies. It's not just, the smaller movies. It's big budget feature films. So people are coming here because this is a great place to make movies. Our own little Hollywood. Now, a local teen is unable to talk, walk, or even eat on his own. His family says it's because of a surgery that went terribly wrong.
But hope is on the horizon this morning as someone steps up to help the family. News 13's Selena Westervelt has the story.
He looks like any other teen, a dedicated Green Bay Packers fan with a love for country music.
Where you live, what you drive, or the price tag on your clothes.
That was Mel last year, but this is Mel now. When he was 6 months old, doctors noticed spinal fluid was seeping into his brain. They inserted shunts to help it drain. He was left a bit disabled, but still active and charming. Then, this March, one of the shunts got infected. Mel was rushed into surgery, but something went terribly wrong, and he had bleeding on his brain, leaving him severely brain damaged. Now, he fights every day.
The biggest goal is to get him back to where he was before, which was an active young man.
It kind of makes everything that I complain about sometimes, it just seems so minute when, I just kind of remember in my mind, stop complaining, look what Mel's going through.
His parents say they wouldn't survive without a very special person.
What they've been through, no one should have to go through. And the grace and strength they've shown through everything, all the ups and downs, is amazing.
His former middle school teacher, Kathy Claybacher. She visits Mel almost every day, reading to him and helping him with therapy.
Go, Mel. It's your birthday. It's your birthday.
She says it's all because Mel touched her heart 3 years ago.
He would come bounding into the workroom, Mrs. Kathy, and he would have a joke or a hug. His hugs were just unbelievable.
Claybacher has also helped the family with donations from local businesses so Mel can live comfortably. But if you ask her, this guy's the hero.
He's here. He's fighting to get out. But it's little tiny baby steps.
Now, of course, we always want to share stories of hope with you guys, and Mel's parents are saying that they plan to send him to rehab where he will hopefully learn to walk again.
And if you'd like to learn more about Mel or how to help his family, he has his own website, or just visit casa.com.
Okay, now turning gears a little bit, you and I talk so much, obviously, about the weather, and I personally have been through a hurricane. It is a very, very scary thing, and it scares me to think that on the anniversary of Katrina, the same people could be going through it again.
I know the folks in Louisiana. I mean, I know they're the whole Gulf Coast, the northern Gulf Coast.
Yeah.
They're all watching the system closely. But you know, those folks down near New Orleans and that area are just sweating it out right now, and it's not looking good. Here's the latest on Tropical Storm Isaac. You can see it's a massive system. So honestly, it doesn't even matter where exactly it makes landfall. Its impacts are going to be so widespread because the wind field extends so far out from the storm. You're going to have major storm surge, and you're going to be looking at heavy rains, of course, across a lot of the northern Gulf Coast. Here's what it looks like as far as the track is concerned. The latest is a tropical storm right now today. It is going to have plenty of time to really strengthen. It's going to make landfall sometime late Tuesday night and early Wednesday morning. Right now, it looks like as a Category 1 hurricane. There are still some models that bring it in as a 2 or a 3, though, so that's something to keep in mind. But right now, this is what the Hurricane Center is going with, and that will happen again late Tuesday night and Wednesday morning. It could fall anywhere within that cone there, and then, of course, it'll weaken once it gets overland. So we're going to keep a close eye on things there. Here in Albuquerque, the weather's getting quieter. We're going to top out in the low 90s today. Slimmest of a chance for a storm. We'll be mainly dry. Right now, 70 degrees. It's going to warm quickly. Highs in the 90s for a lot of the state. Mid-80s to the north, and we'll be in the mid-80s up near Durango. Your 7-day forecast here showing rain chances get even slimmer over the next few days with more sunshine, and then we'll start to see rain chances go back up again as we wrap up the work week.